You are listening to ZTO Radio.
ZTO Radio. Support local. We are Ohio.
Hello everybody, this is ZTO Radio. I'm Carrie Meyer, and this is my very first podcast as a member of the ZTO family. I would like to thank Aaron England and Ken Newman for giving me this opportunity. Tonight we are in the VIP area of Alrosa Villa in Columbus with the members of Divine Eminence.
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing tonight?
Now, if you could introduce yourselves to our audience and tell them each what role you play in the band.
Go, Derek.
Let's go this way, I got it. Name's Jesse, and I play bass in the band. So all that thumping you hear is me.
My name's Derek, drums.
Dave, I'm on vocals,
I'm an asshole. I play guitar.
and he is an asshole.
Tony.
Rossetti, my bad. Still
So,
asshole.
congrats on the Ripper Radio Band of the Year win, 2019. That's very cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
How did that feel when they told you?
I mean,
Well,
that was pretty dope.
It was pretty dope. I mean, it was pretty dope. I mean, it's
To me, that Ripper Radio thing, it was all about fan participation. So like it was actually fans that come on every time we make the next round. They were the ones coming on voting, and for those guys to just to keep coming back through each round and throwing another vote out there, you know.
We ended up breaking, like at each round, we ended up breaking a record every round with votes. So each time it came down to another round, we ended up breaking a record for more votes than we had the first time. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, a lot of those, I say in quotation marks, battle and bands things or whatever. I don't say rigged, but they can be steered a certain direction. When it comes down to total fan votes, then to me that's what's up. That's legit.
yeah. They changed the voting for us because we broke the record of all the voting period, and then we thought like, well, maybe somebody's doing like double tapping or whatever. So we figured out how to make it so that you couldn't do that because we didn't want to be judged as, oh yeah, y'all got all these people, just keep voting. So they figured out how to make it a one vote only thing, and our fans did step up, not once but 8 times. We ran 8 rounds, won 8 rounds in a row, and every time we had a round, we beat our own voting record every time, even up to the last time. So to our fans, like straight up, we wouldn't be here doing this interview, you know what I mean, like at all. So everything, glory to y'all, applaud yourself, thank you very much. That shit was awesome, and it felt great. It just feels great right now still to be the champs. It's cool.
Undisputed.
Undefeated.
One for one, right?
To be fair, it is the very first one ever. So
Well,
No,
can you
we
hold that title
never
as
got
well?
beat in any round.
we definitely. That's bad.
Never got
That's
touched.
bad.
Leaps and bounds, like sometimes double the amount of what the next band was. And all the bands we went out where they were awesome. There were some great fucking bands.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come down to that. It comes down to your fans.
With this chance out to name a couple of the bands in the Columbus scene, throwing respect to Key Enemy and bands like Cryptic. Those dudes are dope.
Yeah, Cryptic, super dope. Asherani and Sticks, them dudes are from another country. They're already signed. You know what I mean? Like the first thing they did when we won was like, hey, Divine Eminence, you guys fucking rock. That was just, the gratitude was amazing. That's what I got out of the whole, like, that was my favorite part. Like everybody that we did beat were like, damn, you guys fucking deserved it. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think them guys are better than we are. You know what I mean?
That
Like the
means
band tonight.
It means a lot from fans, you know what I mean, to tell us that we're great and stuff. It really does mean a lot, but it's another level for local bands in the town. You know what I mean? To praise you up and tell you. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. You know what I mean? Like tonight's show, you know, like we just played a show with all the dudes that we grew up with. My best friend since I was 10 years old is playing drums right now on the Alrosa stage. So I'm out here doing this interview, and I really want to be up there, but here we are.
My brother used to sing for that band, you know. Yeah, growing up with them and watching them and now being able to open.
Yeah, we're all real tight-knit family. Everybody that's here. The first drummer that I ever had in my life, I was 13 years old. I was in a band called Bloody Murder with Todd Millette. He's playing the next set with Mary Jane, and he already played a set with his other blues band, Mojo Theory. Man. Which them dudes are like, we don't even deserve to be on the stage with them dudes. Them dudes are fucking stupid sick.
I can hear Scott ripping down Eruption right now. I just want to fucking see it. It's my favorite shit, Eruption. He just played it.
Yeah, so this is how much we love our fans. We're doing this, and our homies are up on stage right now.
So it's an interesting name, Divine Eminence. How did that name come about, and how did you guys come together as a group?
That's all my fault.
You answer the first one.
It's the group thing's a long story, so I'll do the first one first. Divine Eminence. I was just thinking, man, if I'm gonna start, my godson is like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's start a band. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Then I'm like, how am I gonna fucking name this band? And then I just fucking forgot about it. And then one day he calls me up, he's like, did you think of a name yet? I'm like, no. And within 3 minutes, literally, of hanging up the phone with him, I was like, Divine. And then I was like, what the fuck goes with Divine? And then Eminence Front came on, and I'm like, there it is. The song by The Who. And so Divine Eminence, and that's how I came up with it. It's just like stuck, and that's just how it is. It's a dope ass name. And then I'm like, it's got to be a name that nobody has on the internet. Nobody's already got the WW2 or blah, blah, blah. And I straight went to the fucking internet and was like, Divine Eminence. Nothing. I'm like, yes! There was one jewelry store, and it's like in Zimbabwe or something. They had 16 followers. So I'm like, I have 16 followers in 5 minutes. Ain't worried about it. So we bought them out, bought their rights out and everything. And we own the name all the way out. So I don't think we're going to lose it. We're going to keep it.
Yeah, like the structure of the band, like coming together wise, Tony had a group of people and he had a Facebook ad, and I seen it, and he was looking for a drummer. And I play every instrument, and I'm just looking to get into a band in town, so anybody give me the opportunity, lucky enough, Tony gives me the opportunity, so I come play drums. And we're working it out, and just kind of like the way I'm feeling it out, and Tony's feeling it out with a couple members in the band that we started out with playing drums, got rid of a couple people, and brought a couple more people in. We just think that it fits really good with a four-piece. Maybe thinking about adding a lead guitar player down the road, but this four-piece that we got going now is just like structural. And I started on drums, but I moved to bass because he originally had Derek, his godson, to be able to play drums. So I said I'd go ahead and take the bass spot, and Dave on both it was just toss it off. There's not many people in town with the talent, with what we need compared to Dave to get what we want sound-wise, music-wise. So everything just works together really good.
Yeah, Derek was my original, the drummer. That's the whole reason this band ever got started. And Derek had an avenue to go to another band that was doing something in the scene, you know what I mean? They were making a big noise before he joined the band. And I let him go. I'm not gonna go. I told you, I was like, go test your feet, man. You ain't never been in another band besides my band. I want you to go do what you want to do. Go get that experience. I'm fucking, you know what I mean? We're all, well, Jesse not so much, but me and Dave have been in numerous bands for most of our life, you know? And I didn't want him to be, I didn't want him to be like, oh, it made him a better drummer. So I was like, just fuck it, just go do it. I know you're gonna come back here, I know you're, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, I still needed a drummer. So I'm like, okay, blam. He answered the call, okay? Derek decided he didn't want to be with that band anymore. So he came back to us, which we knew he was gonna do anyway. Thank God this motherfucker knows how to play bass too. So
it all worked out.
Yeah, it's such the way we write music, the way everything comes together in a mold. It's a dream. Like sure. It's a dream.
I'm so thankful that I did touch the drums originally in the band. I grew up playing guitar, and I never really grabbed the bass. And there's only like two reasons I grabbed the bass originally. It was to be in another band, but they needed a bass player also. And just playing the bass, like, kind of just brought everything together. So even when it goes to us writing music now, it's a lot easier for me starting with a bass riff, or just to know where the songs need to go, or just writing music period with knowing all instruments.
Yeah, we're all musicians. Dave is the newest to string instruments, but he comes down and he'll play drums, and he'll pick up the bass, or, you know what I mean, or I'll sing or whatever. It's never a lineup that's consistent. You know, in the future, I'm gonna sing a song. Jesse's gonna sing a song. You know what I mean? He might play guitar. He might go play drums. That's just how we do. There's never a structure until we're in one room and we write what we want to write. And we write as a unit at all times. We don't go, oh, I wrote this song at home the other day. Here, check this out. No. He starts fucking hitting the beat and we just build and we record. And we're like, oh, that's
tried
dope.
that. I tried to write a riff and come in with it. Most of the time, it works out the best when we just go into it together and just try to start something.
Yeah, if we're in a room by ourselves, we have closed practices. We have our own recording studio. We do what we want, and no, we don't let people come in and fucking interrupt us. And it's just us four, totally different people, totally different styles of music.
They probably see that by the wardrobe of us all.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are listening. I don't listen to what we all listen to mutually the same thing, but our obscureness. But when, like me, my obscure stuff is nothing like his, or his. I listen. To be honest, I listen to a lot of Japanese traditional music. That's my go-to shit. And I listen to a lot of punk rock and death metal. None of these dudes listen to that. So he listens to 80s music. He listens to hip hop and grunge. He listens to anything
He's more
that's new.
This guy's more
he knows more about music today than we do.
God, all that new shit. That works with our man.
And it's four different people putting one energy into one unit, into one building, and that's just how.
We don't really have.
There's no other way to explain.
We're not going for a sound. It's just whatever. When we four come together, whatever comes out. And, that's the sound.
This is how we know when the song is good. Ready?
How we know?
Yeah.
When you're bobbing your own damn head.
When you bobbed at your head, that's a hit. That's how we do. Oh, that's
all we
yep. Keep that.
That's all we're trying to do. That head movement. That's it.
Now look, we're over here talking. The vocalist ain't said shit. We're gonna let Dave talk.
It's because you ain't shut the fuck up.
I'm done. I'm gonna start drinking now.
I'm just playing.
Well, and speaking of albums,
And we all fight like this all the time. This is my godson. These are my best friends. Excuse me. What was that?
I know you guys are working on getting recording done.
No, just kidding.
What is the status on all that?
So,
you guys have a time
Go.
frame?
No, Dave. Let Dave talk.
From my point of view, it's like we've been really looking into recording for the past year, straight up, really looking into it. But it's we really want the best sound, the best quality, and all that. So we've just been getting prices from different places and working out with people that we know in the Columbus scene through, so we're just trying to maybe record not just at one spot but all over the place, but getting an album together. We're just trying to find the right spots and what songs we want to record at separate places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've definitely researched every recording spot around here and otherwise. We got some prospects that want to record us, but we're going to stay in-house. Definitely going to go to John Schaub's and definitely going to Joe Veers, and we got two other people lined up. We're not going to say who that is, but we're not going to keep one engineer. We'll probably do 3 songs in each studio. I don't want the same sound. I want somebody at the board going, I want you to do this. I want you to do this.
There's going to be a single person to finally mix it.
One person's going to mix the album. But I want different people. Like sometimes when Mike Allred records us, he pushes Dave really hard. Dave will do a vocal track and he'll be like, no, bub, I want you to do it like you fucking wrote it. And when you wrote the song, I want you to do that feeling. And Dave will go back and be like, and nails it first, But sometimes you need that extra push from the person that's pushing the buttons. And I want different people telling me what's going on to push my buttons.
Different sets of ears.
Yeah,
will hear
exactly.
Different things.
Being in different studios just gives you that different, sound through the album.
We have recorded 4 tracks in-house actually.
In our own studio.
At the place we practice at, and we have some decent recording equipment. And the engineer who was involved in that project's actually coming this Thursday to do a remix on a couple of songs.
Give us a night. Fucking shout out to Los, man.
Fucking Los Giles, man.
Yeah, so those 4 songs, you can find a couple of them like video-wise online on YouTube, that sort of thing. But so we'll be dropping a couple more of those while we're getting ready to go into the main studio.
So is that the only place to hear you guys right now?
Our studio?
Is,
I'm sorry,
This dude.
is on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's some music on the YouTube and on the website.
Oh, if you go to our website, it'll take you to everywhere, and we has a link to every site we're on, every social media, we're on everything, every single one. So no matter what you got, we got you. Just go check us out. But DivineEminence.com, that'll take you to anything. It's linked to everything. We have our own YouTube channel. You already know, but whatever. We're to that point where let's get it in.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I got the sexual channel to connect you to. I'm trying to like.
Got a nocturnal gay guy.
But you might find something on there that you don't really want to see. But I'm trying to get it disconnected right now. I'm working on it.
And this is my life.
And this is how we get down.
This is my fucking life. Yeah, it's a good time, so it's good times.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is a good place to take a break and play some of your music. You are listening to Race War by Divine Eminence on ZTO Radio.
What would it take to light the fire, and how much you willing to bleed? To put the lives of trial and end to the desire, stepping up and I'm taking your deed with me. When they blink into treason, and yes, they change the season, but trust the meaning, it still stays the same. Caught up and treated just what they thought that they needed, but now they're hanging their head down in shame. Tell me about it. You wanna play that game? 'Cause we don't give a fuck. You wanna feel our pain? You better step it up. You better step in. They keep talking and talking just 'cause they wanna start a problem. Like a thief back from the desert with no wire in his hot out. Poppin' switch, dropping off, vibrate everything I know away. Everything's emotional, don't ever stays the same. Lost in the heart, dumb is sticking to what you say. Someone rise, a moon will set, a hope will grow, a heart will break. Eminence to find divine, lift your breath right up away. Innocence is lost aside, left or right, night or day. You wanna play that game? 'Cause we don't give a fuck. You wanna feel our pain? You better step it. They want a race war. Walk in, no. They want a race war. The mindset is risen and the soldiers are gripping to the hopes and the hearts like their pistol shooting fire out. So just a vision and I think it's the mission. When they talk about religion, not your spirit when they call you out. The love that is missing, look, they just got you tripping. Gotta stand tall when you scream and shout. Yes, where we come from, where the talent's a long one. The greatest story ever told will tell you what our life's about. You wanna play that game? 'Cause we don't give a fuck. You wanna feel my pain? You better step it up. You better step in.
ZTOTV. Artists, comedians, musicians, assholes.
Did you happen to see the story where the lady went into the police station and was throwing bacon and sausages at the cops?
Yeah, I did. A while back.
Evidently, you can do that. She didn't get charged with anything. She threw uncooked bacon and sausages inside a police station while saying she was there to feed the piggies. Pigs don't eat pork.
No, they don't. They're against it.
It would make more sense if she took a bunch of like corn feed in there or slop, you know. But evidently,
pigs are the Muslims of the animal world.
Evidently, you can truly do that and not get in any trouble. She got a $150 fine, which might be fucking worth it to do that sometime. Honestly, I mean,
yeah, I think it would be fun. $150 to just go in there and chuck meat at the cops and yell things like "Enjoy it, piggy." I would fucking love it. There's a ton of funny photos from this. I don't know how many you saw, but there's the pictures. There's photos of the woman throwing the meat, and then there's photos of a guy taking photos of the meat, and he's a real big fat guy. Did you see that? No, I didn't see that. That's awesome.
He's like standing there at the window when she comes up, and she starts throwing all this meat. So he takes his phone out and he takes a picture of it. And just the image. I'm not going to comment any further on it, but the image of a really fat guy taking pictures with his phone of raw meat. Like, funny, oh shit, right? That's some good shit, man.
Yeah, why is he? He's just leaning over, going, "Ooh, that's nice. What is that? What is that? What cut of rib is that?
Is that maple sausages?
Yeah.
Or is that the
use maple wood with those?
There's a little. I love them little links. Pigs don't eat pork.
I think it would be fun. $150 to just go in there and chuck meat at the cops and yell things like "Enjoy it, piggy."
Divine Eminence.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Favorite drink.
And ZTOTV.
ZTOTV up in this motherfucker.
Jack Daniels. Okay.
Now, the Fuck Heroin benefit and the Artists Against Addiction, is obviously a passionate thing for you, involvement in that. What was the motivation for you to get involved in this?
I'll start with, no, you guys are more detailed. Mine's just a little bit because I'm younger, they're older, they know a lot more people, but I feel like everybody's been affected by drugs or by one way or another, but the family member personally or whatever. So it's just even in my own life, I've struggled with it myself, and it's hard to say, but just to admit that and just to get that out there and help other people that are in the same dark places that we know we've all been in, and get the word out and help.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. You know, we've all lost quite a few friends and family members for that fact to drugs, heroin specifically for a lot of us, opiates, that sort of thing. So, and usually I'm really skeptical about benefit shows like that, because just you never know. You see them go bad, you see them stuff go sideways, this or that. But it was I just thought it was a good enough cause for something to dive into.
100%. We always try to focus on the funds to go into the right organization, to go in the right spot, to really get what we did to build money, to get that money to go to the right spot, to really help in the best way possible.
We had a couple different organizations came out. What was the name of those, Tony?
Shining Stars. It's a plethora of people who've been trying to help.
Narcan training. We're booking the third one
Soon. It's probably not going to be here. This is where we've had the last two. So Alrosa's no longer. This is probably one of the last big shows that's ever played here.
Sad, man. Fucking Alrosa's
so we're gonna have to find a new venue to have the third one.
As of now, it's
but there will definitely be another one this year.
It's crazy with the Alrosa. It's just like out of all the places in Columbus, this is kind of like our home.
Yeah, this is definitely our home.
It sucks, man. With the
more literal for you, for what you were telling me earlier.
This is my family establishment. Like, I remember being like here as a kid, like seriously, and playing Pong, like pew pew pew. But the heroin thing is I'm the one that brought it up for the band. It's affected all of us in the city, in the world, and everywhere. But it affected me enough to where I wanted to do something about it. I lost my best friend of my whole life on Thanksgiving Day. So that's what started it. And then I lost a nephew, and then I lost a niece, and then I lost my uncle, and then I lost my friend, and then I lost my brother, and then I lost, you know what I mean? And then my best friend got hooked on it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had to pull his fucking ass out of it.
You know what I mean? When it's his nephew, his nephew is the same guy that I grew up in my neighborhood with. You know
Right.
What I mean?
You know what I mean? Like,
everybody knows everybody. It's just
like my nephew Andy was like his best friend. They went to school together, you know what I mean, their whole life. It's just, I can't express how devastating that drug has fucked me and my life up. So I'll do anything I can to stop it. It's just, I don't think any mother deserves to be disrespected like that. I don't think any friend needs to be sitting at home alone going, man, what the fuck happened to my dude? You know what I mean? Step up and take care of that shit. That's what we're doing. We're making a stand like, hey man, if you need help, we got you. You know what I mean?
Anybody's in a dark spot.
My own fucking daughter's hooked on that shit. She's fucking on her way to Portsmouth right now. You know what I mean?
Some of our favorite bands you look at, like
I fucking fired band members
Alice
because of that shit.
James and Lane Staley, like they found that dude in his room, like.
Yeah, and those are friends of mine too.
He was already
People
gone.
like fucking.
Like, you know, we just be there for people. And like,
I can't even watch the fucking video. You know what I mean? Velvet Underground. Like, it comes on, I have it downloaded, and it'll come on random, and I'll just leave the room and fucking blow up. Because I've watched him really do that in real life and be like, what the fuck is, whoa.
Shout out to my fucking heroes at this point, to fucking Chris Cornell and fucking Lane Staley. And guys fucking. Wouldn't be playing this shit that I'm playing without those guys. So
Other than that, Artists Against Addiction, is there any other upcoming shows you guys are looking forward to?
Yeah, we have a.
Well, I'm looking forward to.
He's the calendar guy, isn't he?
For me,
the one that can remember all that shit.
The one we've had most. It's so great that we've had the opportunity to open up for so many main national acts like Goat Horde and Soulfly and Altitudes and Attitudes with Dave Ellison and Frank Bello fucking Megadeth and fucking Anthrax, like two of my favorite bass players ever.
That's pretty fun.
You know, just all these bands that we've opened up for to have the opportunity to do that. I forget where the question was going.
Well, where are you going with that?
I forget what the question was.
Just any upcoming shows that you're looking forward to.
So, we do have upcoming shows. One that I'm most excited about is Head PE, because we've opened for Head PE in multiple establishments, including here, which I think was one of our best show outs, was Head PE here at the Alrosa. It was fucking awesome. Their fan base really took to our music really well, and we're really excited to open up for them at Muddy Creek out east, which it'll be our first show out east because we've been west of Dayton, we've been here in Columbus locally and stuff. We've been a little bit north of Mansfield. This will be our first time like majorly out east of Mansfield. Yeah, we have been in Kentucky, but to be eastward from Columbus out in I think it's Licking County or Buckeye Lake area kind of.
Yep.
Muddy Creek is going to be pretty cool to play a show with that either.
Heath near Nurk. Right down the street from Nurk.
Right there near. Are there any Ohio musicians that you guys really like playing with? Anybody in particular?
Yes, I would say from my perspective, I love.
Hey, this is the Jesse interview.
Yeah, well, no, I love playing with bands that sound like us. That, but like when I go out and play shows, I love playing with bands that I feel like we could like take out a tour package of like 3 or 4 bands we can go around. It's all the same kind of genre-wise sound, and that's us in Columbus with us and Divine Eminence, and then down south in Cincinnati you got a band called Twick. The World I Knew is kind of like us, and then out west in Dayton you got a band called Minister Sobriety, it's a lot like us. So just, and then east, I guess you would call it Cryptic. So us, Cryptic, Minister Sobriety, and Twick to all get together and like just do a tour to go around Ohio or just go to Kentucky or wherever would be awesome. I feel like start talking.
That would be dope. Like that would be dope. Them dudes are like, we're all in the same genre, but that we don't have a genre really. Like we're all of us are just like. So
it's like they put us in that new metal because it kind of is like a new metal.
Yeah, what is new metal?
But we're not. It's just whatever comes out. This is kind of the vibe that we get with that rap.
I agree with that. I definitely get a lot of hip hop and metal, but I also hear a lot of punk in there.
Exactly. We're mostly punk. And I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if I give it that.
We do a lot of punk. We do a lot of punk and hip hop. We do. I mean, it is. It's punk.
In the middle of that, and then some are harder. Like Race War is definitely harder.
Right. Yeah. Definitely, all of our songs have a different kind of like.
Salvation Beneath kind of straddles the middle of that.
And that's what I love about us. We don't have
we don't have a
distinct sound. We
right. You guys don't fit into any specific niche.
Yeah. Exactly. I love that.
And that is exactly what the fuck we strive for.
I really like the tempo change in Race War, where you guys slow it down a little bit at the end. I always find that impressive because that is not an easy thing to get everybody to sync that up.
Exactly.
And I would agree with. I would say that would definitely be my favorite of what.
I mean, I think we should
because of the tempo change.
The most when we write.
Derek wrote that.
When we're writing the riffs, like I'll make.
That was, I think, our first song we ever
me
wrote.
or Tony comes up with a riff. We'll write a main riff, and then I'll write a second riff to that. You know, we'll play the main riff and go to the second riff, play those back and forth. And then usually we try to structure that to go into like a drop, like to bring that drop into the song, and then go back into that.
And Dave's sitting in there the whole time.
Kind of finish it out. You know what I mean? We always try to bring that drop into like all of our songs. We try to bring that drop into. That.
Dave will come out the vocal booth like, "That's what." Play it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
So where are your favorite places you play?
Definitely Alrosa.
Definitely here. Alrosa, number 1 spot for me.
And Odd Bodies. We played there a lot too.
Odd Bodies quite a few times.
Dayton.
Even McGuffey's one of McGuffey's back in the day.
We got a huge Dayton fan base.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. That's
people out there.
What like being in the rock scene that we're in. It's kind of like weird that we're the new metal that we play. We're kind of transferred into the rap of like ICP, kind of that. And, like their fans. I never really realized. I wasn't really striving to get those fans, but it's awesome that we got those fans that love us because they're so loyal. You know what I mean? mean, those fans come to like almost all the shows. We'll play for Twisted or Blaze, and we'll play for them, and they see us. And it's just great that we can work with bands like that and work in the rap scene with ICP or whatever, but at the same time work in this rock scene, Dope Enough for Dope, or all this, just the availability of placement for us to play is awesome. I love it.
All right, I think it's time for another track from you guys. This is Salvation Beneath on ZTO Radio.
Wait a minute, slow down. Catch your head for a second, throw your hands up. Better keep them guessing. On the way, duck. The shit is getting messy. If it feels strong, baby, you're ready. Move on, make a storm after storm, and it builds up. Till the motherfucking roof is gone. Got trust and orders to storm, but now like it was, it's like never ever before. Stand frozen in the chaos that we ride with. There's a meaning to the message. It's the open fights and whining. It's not about the money, but a little bit would help. Best lessons learned when you learn about yourself. Many blessings to question why is it wrong? The light is so bright, radiance we shine, and the world behind. It's only just a memory. Just like a blackout, total loss of control. There ain't nothing you can do when it comes from the soul. It's got the meaning and the feeling you've been looking for. We've been right here making magic, trying to tell y'all. Seconds tick off the clock, but this is time. Cycles they repeat like the hooks up in my rhyme. The words that come from somewhere in a corner of my mind. Places so dark that I had to paint you light. Many blessings to question why is it wrong? The light is so bright, radiance we shine, and the world behind. It's only just a memory. It's just a memory. I never let go. I never came in. I don't owe you anything. You didn't say it'd be like this. I've been up on my toes. Awesome if you ask me. I won't give you any more. You've already taken everything, so no. I never let go. I never came in. I don't owe you anything. You didn't say it'd be like this. I've been up on my toes. Awesome if you ask me. I won't give you any more. You've already taken everything, so no. No. They've already taken everything, so no. So no. They've already taken everything, so no.
I was approached by a friend of mine who said, my buddy wants to have comedy at his baby shower, and I'll give you some money for it. And I'm like, fantastic, let's do it. I didn't hear anything until about 2 days beforehand, and I texted him and I said, so is this still going on? He's like, yeah, all you need to do is come to the Lutheran church downtown to perform your stand-up comedy. When I arrived at the church, I walk in and find out that it is a beer-themed baby shower
That's a great idea.
at a Lutheran church with a half hour of stand-up comedy in the middle of it. I'm sorry, I'm not starting with a joke. This is just what happened, everybody. I walk in, there are beer mug balloons, a full spread of all kinds of beers that you could think of, and then we got party favors. Oh, did we get party favors? I have in my pocket the greatest thing I've ever been given for doing stand-up comedy. It is a bottle opener in the shape of a baby bottle with the words "Poppin' Bottles" etched onto it. The only joke I have been able to come up with since I was at this show about a month ago was the fact that a beer-themed baby shower sounds like something you would hear as a defense in a Judge Judy trial. Of course I left his ass. Look what he made me do for a baby shower.
With more from Divine Eminence. Where would you say that the strangest place you ever played would be?
Strangest place I ever played personally was this. It's like in a warehouse up in Detroit, Michigan, right? And it used to be, I don't know, like a big industrial district, right? Well, when that closed down, they rented out these spaces, like so there'd be an art collective in this room and this, whatever in this room, and but this guy who had like a little music venue, and we played a show there. It was pretty badass. It was almost like a rave type deal, but it was a venue.
For me, strangest place I ever played at.
You obviously all know where this is going.
Yeah, they know.
X-rated.
So the first time we ever played the Gathering.
Hey, can you pick your nose or something?
Yeah. So for the first time we ever played the Gathering. We played the Gathering, and my dumbass did some acid, so 2 hits of acid that I did were both triple dipped.
2 4-ways.
So the only thing I remember is playing a little bit of the show and then waking up in the Lincoln County Jail.
Butt naked.
I was about to say,
Butt naked.
We looked for this dude for like
We were
2
looking
hours.
for him. I got hit by ambulance looking for him.
So yeah, this was a pretty good time. The second time we played the Gathering in Indiana, this motherfucker, the drummer that we're driving with, wants to decide to pull over and ask the cop for directions. It's the fucking cop. Fucking cop! Charges me for possession of marijuana in my fucking pipe. Just fucking
Thanks, buddy.
Where's the show at? It all works out.
What would
You
be
can
the
do 5-hour
strangest,
interviews with us, but
what would be the strangest fan interactions you've ever had? Fan interactions.
The ones that enjoy my shirt off and that
Every show.
They really want to fuck.
Every show.
Are the weird ones.
I don't know, because when we're on stage, I black out. I can have my children sitting in front of me, my best friend. I don't know. Only thing I worry about when I'm on stage is not poking him in the face with my pointy ass guitar.
Thank you.
That is the only cohesive, coherent thing that I do, is make sure not to stab Dave in the face with my pointy ass fucking guitar. Everything else, I'll just go nuts. I don't, like, for real. One of my best friends for 40 years was in the crowd tonight, right in front of me. He's like, I was going like this, trying to get your attention. I know you're in the zone and you're blacked out, but I was trying. Just what happens.
Yeah.
The craziest fan interaction for me is probably is a positive note though. You all right, one?
No, I'm worried about your positive note.
No, this old band. This old band.
It's obviously not the same story.
No, this old band I was in, we had this song, it was this hook, just tell me what you need, whatever frees your soul, I'll never change my mind, but it was this song. And actually had somebody come up and say that hook help change their life, help them live their life in a positive way. And that's probably one of the best fan interactions I've ever had.
I'll say that'd be a surreal experience.
Yeah, it was, because when it comes down to it, I mean, that's what most of us do music for is,
when a fan can interact with the music or just the lyrics personally.
right, that's saying that somebody.
Hey, buddy. I was just putting Bunny in his
Cut that shit. Just cut that shit.
Hey, buddy.
I mean, we're on video and audio.
Yes, we are.
All I did was go like this over his head.
I'm over here talking.
Now I'm about.
He's talking about a heartfelt experience that he had, and you guys are giving Buddy ears.
And you're over here like, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god, fuck my life.
We're gay behind the scenes.
No, we are not gay at all. There is no gay in my blood, bro. There is none, never been, never will be.
Well, that might segue into my next question of, is there anything that people would be surprised to learn about you guys?
That Jesse is not gay?
We're all into each other. You know? We all.
That's why it's closed practice.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
We're on to you
I
guys.
can't stand watching another person interact with my men the way that I want to interact with my men. You know. So.
All right, let's attempt to segue into something.
You got the motherfucking interviewer to laugh.
All right.
That is awesome.
Is there any advice you would give to any up and coming musicians?
Never give the fuck up.
Yep.
Never. Nothing will. The only motherfucker stopping you is you. Explanation point. I'm fucking 50 years old and look where I'm at.
That's it.
Don't stop.
If you're
Don't
playing-
ever stop.
You're
Never
playing a
ever
show
stop.
And you're playing in front of 10 people. If you can get 5 of those people to like your band and appreciate your band and what you do as a musician, that's a fucking win.
5 new fans.
You know, exactly. 5 new fans at any show, that's fucking.
That are gonna
You play
tell
100
5
shows a
other
fucking
people
year. That's
and-
500
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
those 5 people tell.
We've been doing that.
Yes, that's all that matters. If you play in front of anybody, I take that the opportunity to play in front of anybody at any time is a fucking gift. I love that, the opportunity to play for anybody at any time.
right, I think it's time for our last musical break, and we'll have the most pressing questions when we come back. We're going to play Let Me Out on ZTO Radio.
Let me.
I be what I be, that you can't see. I learned everything I know from
are back with more with Divine Eminence. I went to Twitter. I have a friend of mine that gave me this question. If you could reimagine any TV theme song, what would it be?
I wouldn't say necessarily reimagine it, but to play one. For me, being a bass player now in the band Seinfeld, for sure, the bass line on Seinfeld.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's so good. It's such a good bass line. So.
Probably Married with Children. It's one of my favorite songs ever.
Now, and my 8-year-old son gave me 2 questions. First, he wanted me to ask, do you know my son Cyrus? And I said, Cyrus, I can't ask that question.
Cyrus?
Yes.
How do we know you?
Yes. Apparently,
Let us know you.
He's like,
Then we'll have this
ask
conversation.
him if they know, do you know my son Cyrus? Cyrus, I can't ask.
He's got an awesome name. I want to know.
So, he wants to know, what is your favorite video game?
He's the game in this motherfucker. So let him start.
So I play Xbox One, play the PlayStation 4, and obviously I love playing Call of Duty online. War Panther 6969.
MMOs?
Anytime, I would love to play with anybody. And then the second game I love to play is called The Crew 2. It's like this open map world of the United States, car-wise, kind of like a Need for Speed Underground, but you can just take any car that you want and do drift, drag, circuit, whatever, and race against everybody else in the world. So I love playing that game and then Call of Duty. So.
And he wants to know, what is your favorite movie?
A Clockwork Orange, by far, bar none,
great
the greatest
choice.
fucking
Great
director
choice.
to ever live, Stanley Kubrick.
I think I seen something they were going to play it on this big screen
When it
in
was made.
Cleveland, I think. In Cleveland, there's a theater that's going to actually show it.
Yes,
on
they're
the
all
big
around
screen.
the world. They're doing it. Yeah, the Kubricks, they released all the new movies. They're remastered, and they're going to do them, like, I think once a week on a Friday night, like all of them. Lucy, all of them. Full Metal Jacket, everything.
Full Metal Jacket's a good one.
Yeah.
The Shining, I got the director's cut for The Shining. It's pretty fucking awesome.
For me, it's hard.
And I got the It one. That's the only two that are out so far.
I'm very comedic, so it's hard for me between Will Ferrell, which is one of my favorites, and then Jim Carrey. So it's hard to choose between them two, but I'm gonna have to choose Jim Carrey, and I would take him in the Ace Ventura.
Or Mask.
Oh, totally.
Or Mask.
Either one. They're so good.
Mask is a childhood favorite of mine as well.
We fucking love that guy.
You don't want to get you a pool.
And Ken Newman behind the camera, did he have anything he wanted to add to
Well,
this?
I do have one pressing question.
Is it about my nipples?
Besides how big they are, I'm not too sure. But I do have a question about the drummer. Like, do they fucking beat you? Like, cause you don't talk. Like, you're like afraid to interact with him. Like, you're just like so quiet and like afraid
I don't beat him, but if he plays something that's off,
Blink
I'm
once,
like, you gotta play it like this.
I'm just the guy in the back.
No. He's definitely key element to the band. This guy right here.
That's him. Derek don't talk.
He's fuck key element.
He delivers. He's the dude that delivers the thunderous, most loudest
He's
sound in the band.
When I play
and
my
he
bass
still
riffs,
does
when I play
never
all my
talk.
shit, he's the one I'm connected to the most because, like I said when I started this band, being on the drums and then going to bass, it's easy for me to connect with him, you know, playing wise. So like, I look forward to solos or whatever in the future with me and him on stage, kind of like some Primus shit or whatever. Just being
Which we're writing new stuff like that because we get bored like playing the same shit all the time. The stuff that we record in the studio while we're just down there, like us three, is the craziest noise that I've ever heard. Like some of the times I've heard it, we'd be like, where the fuck did you just come up with that fucking 1940s jazz bass riff? Like, and we'd be like, with some wisp, he'll grab the wisp, like, I just bought a cowbell, he'd be like, tink, tink, tink. So it's just, whatever happens that day, whatever mood we're in, whatever, that's 4 different styles, 4 different days, 4 different ways. So whatever we go to the studio, we make music. We make music. People always are like, what the fuck genre are you guys? Yeah, well, I don't know. What kind of music you play? The kind you listen to, motherfucker. That's what the fucking kind of music we play. Start listening to us. Like Dave said, we've been right here making magic, trying to tell y'all.
I didn't say that. You said now you're putting words in my mouth.
I think it's they're on the lyrics.
That's the only thing I got to say.
Dave, we're gonna let Dave talk now because he's like the voice.
ZTOTV, much love.
Dave, let me ask you a question. Can I do that? No. Fuck you. Come here. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you. No, for real. I got a serious question. I've been waiting for this serious question.
I'll listen to you ramble for an hour. I'll be 10 minutes late for work.
I'm about to hit you with this chair.
Oh, man. That was an awesome interview. Thanks for tuning in. Divine Eminence.
Well,
and we're out. Time to drink this shit.
Well, I guess that wraps it up for tonight. I want to thank Divine Eminence for being so nice to me on my very first
I don't show my nipples to
Appreciate
anybody.
it.
We greatly appreciate everything. I don't know about this dude.
I'm
Thank
Carrie
you.
Meyer,
You got
and
my
thank
name
you
right.
all for listening to ZTO Radio.